Education so far has been transactional. It's like a deal. We transact. I tell you, I expect you to do something, you do it. Education actually should become transformative. If education does not transform the student, the child, the young learner into something different, something new, then education has not happened. So education to be transformative must be active, inclusive, and participatory. It cannot happen with a child just listening and reading and writing. It must be active, engaged learning must be happening. The child must have the experiences of what the real life outside the classroom is. And this is the teacher's responsibility and the student's responsibility. If the teacher tries to teach this way and the students used to a more transactional approach don't buy into it, it's not going to work. But when teachers make sure that transformative processes are used, children are involved and engaged and on task in their learning experiences, children get a much better education. Supportive and qualified teachers. Needless to say, you cannot do good education without qualified teachers who are willing to support the students, not tell students, not do everything for them, to support the students in what they do. The learning environment needs to be safe and supportive, and safe here is in terms of security. Safety and security, especially today, needs to be of paramount importance to any school. Inherent links to local communities and local issues. When we talk of the environment, it's important to address local issues. There is no sense talking about issues of Europe over here. It's not going to help our children learn. We need to make them understand our issues. What are our environmental issues? And those are the ones that we need to look for a solution, not something else. While children are among the most vulnerable to climate change, they need not be considered passive or helpless victims. If we give the right education at the right time, these children will learn to look after themselves, even in case of catastrophe. The problem is that these children don't know what to do and how to do, and the elders in the home or the village cannot take care of all the children in a catastrophe. They must learn to take care of themselves. That is essential and key to good practice. Through education, projects, and action, children can contribute to every aspect of climate change, policy making, mitigation, and adaptation. Three things here: education, projects, and action. So what kind of education are we talking about? We are talking about an active, engaged education for children. Only then will they learn. When they get the skills of discussion, when they get the skills of debating, when they get the skills of decision making, when they get the skills of problem solving, they will then learn to use these skills in the real world to adapt and bring about change, whether it is for policy-making purposes, for mitigation, which is how do we decrease the effects of catastrophe, and what adaptations do we need to make? In other words, how do we become proactive in this process?